CBS 46 News presents Public Affairs on Peach.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Public Affairs on Peach. I'm Giovanna Derpick. As you can see from the crystal ball on the graphic behind me, we're going to try to predict what's ahead in 2018. But of course, if it's anything like 2017, all bets may be off. Now, we're going to begin today with CBS 46 political analyst Dr. Rashad Richey. Good morning, Rashad.
Good morning.
All right. So 1 week into 2018, and so far President Trump has had a lot to tweet about and a lot of people to address here. We've got North Korea's president, Iran, Pakistan, Hillary Clinton, and of course we don't want to forget that he took credit for no one dying in commercial airline accidents last year in the world. Now, some people may say, doing it just like a boss. Others may say, you know what, he's getting us into a lot of trouble. What do you say? Is there a method to this?
Yeah, I think the man's narcissism is clinical. This is a guy who took credit for the fact that planes did not drop out of the air. Let's analyze that for a minute, right? That means that either one, he really believes that because of him, airplanes have not crashed. Or number two, he thinks the American public, he thinks they're dumb enough to believe that somehow he's responsible for airplanes. This is President Trump. Now we see books coming out, people revealing more information. It seems as if he has a real issue with being paranoid, and it seems kind of weird.
But it increases his popularity. This is what his base wants, and he is a master at branding. Whether people like it or not, or how he does it, he knows how to work the brand and to appeal on TV.
He's not interested in being president of the United States. He's not even interested in being president, really, of those who subscribe to the conservative or Republican agenda. He's interested in being president for that segment of society that you just mentioned, which is his base. Unfortunately, his base will not get him past these midterms coming up, and his base will not get him reelected this time.
But isn't everybody just using everybody else? He's using them for his political gain, what he can get across, and the base is using him to get across what they want.
There's always a give and take, especially with what we call base politics. But at some point, a president or anyone in elected office, you have to pivot enough to make sure that you remain credible in the re-election bid. I don't think he's done that.
Okay, let's talk about something really serious. Is there a real possibility of nuclear war with this back and forth tweeting?
Absolutely. You have military experts coming out now saying we are closer to nuclear war than ever before. And I think a huge sign is the fact that North Korea and South Korea are going to start talking to each other. I think that is a huge sign that things have become critical, and Trump continues to create distraction and he bloviates about issues that are really unimportant to most people. But at the same time, we're close to nuclear war in America.
Okay. Something that's gotten a lot of attention, Fire and Fury, that book by Michael Wolff. I actually read something today saying that Michael Wolff may not be as truthful as people think, that some people are questioning the validity of some of the claims he's making.
But you can't question the validity of people like Bannon. Bannon has not denied any of the direct quotes where he talks about Trump being paranoid, he talks about the family not really being patriotic, and he also talks about how Trump is used basically as a child being manipulated by one staff member or another, and generally talking about the chaos in the White House.
Now, for the average person, why should they care about all this?
Because their agenda cannot get served. If you have chaos in the White House, you can't serve an agenda. If your agenda is affordable housing, if your agenda is criminal justice reform, whatever it may be, that's not being talked about at the highest office of the land.
Okay, great. And in our final seconds of this segment, governor's race, what do you expect?
I expect rough and tumble. Stacey Evans, Stacey Abrams on the Democratic side, that is going to be a vigorous campaign both ways. The Republicans, they're going to duke this one out. It's an open seat. They're likely to win based on the fundamentals of politics in Georgia. So
you don't think that's going to change?
I think it could change. It depends on how many people decide to get up and make their voices heard on Election Day.
Okay, sounds very good. Thanks for joining us
today,
Thank you, Rashad. Okay, and the city of Atlanta really would like to become the home of Amazon's second headquarters, but a potential obstacle lurks at the state capitol. We'll take a look at that when Public Affairs on Peach returns. Stick around.